Hello and welcome to Clearview Television. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. Ondo convert alleges threat to life for dumping traditional worship for Christianity. Grammy award-winning sensation Bronner Boy vows to be a better human in New Year resolution. Nasarawa state government set to reinforce afforestation, bans use and sales of charcoal in the state. I am Nkiro Obuli. Welcome. A middle-aged man, Michael Akbarde, has raised an alarm over the threat to his life for converting to Christianity from traditional religion. He similarly raised an alarm over the kidnap of his 9-year-old son, Emmanuel. According to Akbarde, who hails from Igbarauke, the headquarters of a federal local government area of Ondo State, the incident to the threats of his life began a long time ago when his family members were against his decision to convert to Christianity from their traditional religion of worshipping masquerade. In a chat with newsmen, he said his decision brought about the discord between him and his family members, a situation he said led to several attempts to kidnap him. Akbarde recalled that on several occasions, some of his family members had visited his church in Ibadan with the aim of kidnapping him, but their failure to know his whereabouts resulted in destroying the church's property worth millions or several thousands of naira. Grammy award-winning star Bronner Boy has resolved to be a better human from 2022. As a new year signifies new beginnings, most people come up with things they want to change as January rolls around. If these resolutions stick, they could lead to an entirely new way of life. Yet, so many people let these goals falter, and within the first few weeks of the new year, these resolutions are relegated to the proverbial garbage heap. But not Odogu, as he has sworn to stay resolute in his decision, not just in the new year, but for the rest of his life. According to Bronner Boy, many people are going through one struggle or the other, thus it is important to show care to people around you. The twice-as-tall singer promised he will no longer cause anyone pain anymore, but will spread joy to all he encounters. The federal, state, and local governments have been advised to stop politicizing security issues if the Hydra-headed challenge is to be challenged. This was the position of various speakers at an event in Jos put together by the Plateau State Union of Journalists.
Emir of Wase laments the fact that 50% of land in its domain has been taken over by bandits, thereby throwing thousands of farmers out of work.
There's basically nothing that you cannot farm in Wase. Unfortunately, 50% of the land mass has been taken over by terrorists. And people cannot go and farm.
Analysts at the event say until the Nigerian government is able to put to rest the activities of bandits, farmers will not be able to access their farmlands, leading to food insecurity. They, however, noted that the place of research in tackling food security cannot be overemphasized and called on stakeholders to key into it and ensure its sustainability.
I think that the most fundamental question is to ask ourselves, what is responsible for the food crisis in Nigeria? And how can we leverage robust research in order to engender sustainable development in the Nigerian polity? Many people would attribute the food crisis in Nigeria to the general state of insecurity in this country. If there is no security, it means that the farmer is not able to go to the farm. Part of the reason why we have food insecurity in our country is because we are focusing on giving fish that either gets exhausted or gets
Sokoto to Adamawa to Plateau is about death, displacements, injuries, and the key individuals that are today saddled with the responsibilities of calming people down are the traditional rulers, because every one of us is in the city.
It is hoped that the Nigerian government will stop paying lip service to the issue of insecurity so as to ensure more farmers return to their farmlands.
Youths in northern Nigeria under the aegis of Arewa Consultative Youth Movement have called on the federal government to immediately sanction a Tio exploration and production company responsible for oil spill in Nimbe, Bayelsa State. The youth group said that the oil spill has caused a major harm to residents and the environment.
The leadership of the movement, which gave the advice during a press conference in Kaduna, urged government to immediately come up with a comprehensive blueprint for the cleanup of the environment for the sake of the people and the aquatic life. The Northern Youth described as malicious a recent publication alleging that a certain Northern Youth group challenged and condemned governments made by Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Duri or any other person on the Nembe oil spill.
The ACYM is a responsible movement led by matured young Nigerians of northern extraction who believes in one Nigeria and the concept of an injury to one is an injury to all. Therefore, what affects the people of Nembe affects us too. We cannot be hasty and irresponsible in disparaging the statement of a governor on an issue we know nothing about. Therefore, we call on the governor, the good people of Nembe community, Bayelsans and the general public to disregard and discountenance the news in its entirety.
The Northern Youth also said that it was unpatriotic for any individual or group of persons to politicize the misfortune that befell the innocent people of Nembe.
Education is indeed a fake and fallacious orchestration by the enemies of the state, who, instead of commending the governor for empathizing and sympathizing with his people at the nick of time and rising up to the occasion by making efforts to provide succor for his people, but decided to play politics with the whole incident. We urge Etio Exploration and Production Company Limited to show more professionalism in its operations and be humane in its relationship with its host community.
The group therefore disassociates itself from the widely circulated publication which it describes as malicious and intended to cause national distrust and suspicion among the people of Nigeria.
Bread bakers in Lagos State have called on government to come to their aid by reviewing the cost of production of the staple food. The bakers, under the umbrella body of Premium Bread Makers Association of Nigeria, also wants government to help address cases of multiple taxation that is affecting cost of production. During a peaceful protest in Lagos, the bread producers implored the state governor to wade into the crisis to save the subsector from collapsing.
Bread makers in Lagos on Thursday marched in their numbers to the office of the Lagos State Governor to express their dissatisfaction over the unfriendly business environment in the state. President, Premium Bread Makers Association of Nigeria, Emmanuel Onuora, while speaking, called on the government to provide one body to oversee the operations of bakeries in the state.
We are stakeholders in Lagos project. We are employers or labor. So the government should do the needful. The government should protect our businesses as people that are rendering services to this state and country. Bread is a staple. Bread is almost being priced out of the reach of a common man. We are dealing with escalating costs of materials. Everywhere is multiplicity of agencies. We are saying no to it today. Come and let us have one omnibus. One regulatory agency that will regulate bakers.
Other producers who outlined some of the challenges encountered in the course of doing business called for government's urgent intervention in finding a lasting solution to the problems.
We are here to let the government understand that being followed up by different agencies is too much for our business.
We can no longer accept the double taxation, and multiple supervision of the Lagos State government, ministries, agencies, and commission. Collectively, as bread makers,
Members of the Lagos State House of Assembly promised to look into their grievances and provide legislation to address the challenges. Meanwhile, producers have expressed their desires to remain in business and contribute their quota to the development of the state.
In a country like Nigeria with over 200 million people, it is easy for one to be overwhelmed by pressure from the surrounding environment. In this special report, Clearview TV's Gloria Atta takes us through the impact of mental stress on human health and the need for every individual to pay attention to it.
Stress refers to the way the human body responds to pressure, from something sudden or as new as a big promotion in the office to an unexpected event like the loss of a loved one. Even a quick scroll through social media or watching network news on television can make an individual become mentally stressed. The sad reality is that many Nigerians do not pay the needed attention to mental stress and its overall impact on the quality of their lives. As a result, Clearview Television went to the streets of Abuja City to get an insight on the routine activities Nigerians undertake to relieve themselves of mental stress.
Somebody tried to, let's say, try to put pressure on me in my business area, in anywhere. So if I come back home, the first thing that I want to do, I will make sure I eat food.
In times like that, I just dance out my stress so that I'll feel good.
Clearview TV took a step further to get insight from Dr. Maria Saliu, a mental health expert on the concept of mental stress, its underlying effects on an individual's quality of life, and how to overcome it.
It's important to understand that self-care. So in self-care, we always talk about something called HALT: hunger, anger, loneliness, and tiredness. And in our profession, HALT is something that we take very, very importantly. So if a patient comes to us and we're looking at HALT, we want to find out hunger. Is the person eating well? Are they avoiding not eating? Anger. Is the person always irritable? Are they quick to snap? Loneliness. Are they isolating themselves? Do they have enough social network around them? Tiredness. Do they have any sort of energy? You might have people that they wake up in the morning, they just don't feel like doing anything. So if someone keeps complaining of those things, then they lack self-care, physical self-care. So at the point where you realize that it's a problem is when your HALT, hunger, anger, loneliness, and tiredness, is not being taken care of. Whether it's at work, whether it's in school, whatever you're doing, if you feel like the pressure is getting too much, learn to take time out. Another thing is take care of yourself. Eat well, sleep well, rest when you have to rest. If you need to go on a holiday and you can afford it, why not? Don't feel like there's a need to walk through, the year. And most important of all, if you're having difficulties trying to cope, then speak to a therapist.
In Nigeria today, mental health talks are gradually gaining popularity among citizens, particularly in the urban areas. However, a lot more needs to be done to help more Nigerians, especially in the semi-urban centers and rural areas, to become aware of the need to care for their mental health. How then can we raise awareness on mental health?
We have the social media out there that is doing a lot of work. And thank God Nigeria, mental health is becoming something a lot of people are more aware of. People were seeking, some years back, people won't look for a therapist, or they think it's an Oyinbo thing, But these days, people are more open. So I have so many people, I need to speak to a therapist, and it's becoming more, so it's out there now.
Through social media, then organizing programs to let people know the effects mental stress has on humans.
Always remember, your mental health, which consists of your psychological, emotional, and social well-being, has significant impact on every area of your life. Self-care is how you take your power back. Gloria Atta reporting for Clearview Television.
We'll take a quick break now and bring you more reports when we return. Please stay with us.
Listen to this truth. We are growing by the day, and our viewership keeps growing on our different platforms. We are inviting you to advertise your goods and services with us at incredibly low rates. And do you have news for us? Script or video? Please contact us through our email address clearviewnewsroom@gmail.com or WhatsApp line 080 650 30300. Again, 080 650 30300. Welcome on board.
You're welcome back. The Nasarawa state government has banned the use and sales of charcoal in the state to protect the environment. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, Aliyu Agwe, announced this while addressing newsmen this Saturday in Lafia. He said the process of producing charcoal is harmful to the environment by destroying the climate and increasing global warming. Agwe noted that burning of charcoal especially produces harmful emission. He warned those selling and using charcoal to desist to avoid prosecution. He lauded the residents of the state for the level of compliance with the sensitization program on environmental sanitation. Agwe said all roads to the state were blocked to enforce the sanitation exercise. Meanwhile, a mobile court handling environmental-related cases has prosecuted 32 persons suspected to have violated environmental sanitation laws in Lafia. And to the southwest now, operatives of the Ibadan Zonal Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have arrested one Ajayi Oluwabukola Temitope for allegedly obtaining money to the tune of 24.9 million naira by false pretense. The 42-year-old Ibadan socialite was arrested following a series of petitions. The suspect, who EFCC said claims to be a registered dealer with a soft drinks manufacturer in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, promised to supply products to the petitioners but failed after collecting money from them. The Commission made the disclosure in a statement issued by its head of media and publicity, Wilson Wajarin, on Friday. In one of the petitions contained in the statement, Ajayi promised to supply a truckload of carbonated soft drinks worth over 17 million naira from Ibadan to Mabera Trading Company and Altine Musa in Sokoto, but failed to do so. She also allegedly promised to supply soft drinks worth 7,580,000 naira to one Bashiru Musa, a businessman based in Sokoto and Ibadan, but never did. Wajarin said the suspect will be charged to court as soon as the investigation is concluded. It was learned that the suspect is in the EFCC's custody and has denied the allegations of fraud. The Benue Police Command has confirmed the deaths of 3 family members as a result of fire disaster in Otupo local government area of the state. The police public relations officer, DSP Sewese Anene, made the confirmation on Friday in Makurdi. An eyewitness who spoke on condition of anonymity said the accident occurred in a 2-bedroom flat of Jesus College quarters, home of the father of the victims, Ochoche Ode, at around 1 a.m. According to Ode, the fire was noticed at midnight on Friday by his wife's younger sister, who perceived the smell that something was burning while 3 of his kids were asleep. He said he was in one of the rooms with his wife when they were alerted of the incident. The cause of the fire outbreak was yet to be known as at the time of filing this report. And on the entertainment scene, let's join Imefon Okon for the latest gist in town.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment segment where we bring you stories from the entertainment world. I am Imefon Okon, stay with me. It was a quite funny moment as a little girl decided to park out of her residence after she was being beaten. In a viral video that was shared by one of her older relatives, the little girl is seen parking her school bag and making a move to leave the house. Even when she was begged not to leave the house, she's heard saying, "Leave me, give me my bag," and she made her way to exit the building. Small auntie, calm down because you never see anything.
Sorry, sorry, don't leave. Please. please. Where are you going to? Where are you going to now, please? Hey, please. Please, sorry, come back. No. Let me wear slippers. Baby, don't go. Please.
18-year-old hijab model SHATU GARKO has emerged as the winner of the 2021 Miss Nigeria Beauty Pageant. GARKO, who represented the northwest region of Nigeria during the pageant, was crowned as the 44th queen of the competition during the coronation ceremony held in Lagos on Friday night. Despite being the youngest contestant, GARKO beat 17 others to become the first hijab-wearing model to wear the Miss Nigerian crown. Congratulations, I feel big proud of you. Nollywood star Nkechi Blessing Sunday has narrated how she broke her leg during Wizkid's live performance on Friday. According to the actress, the live performance bore the moment bouncers pushed a fan to her seat, thus getting her injured, and the said fan had jumped on the stage to grab Wizkid before the bouncers jumped on her. Sorry about that. And Nicole says she did not file for any child support before their child was born. In a statement released to E-Online, the new mom revealed that some of the information being circulated online about her is not true. Alright, that's all we have for you today on Entertainment News. Many thanks for joining us. Do enjoy your weekend. I am Imefon Okon. Back to you, Nkiru.
Thanks, Imefon. And that's all on the news. But before we go, a quick recap of our main stories. Middle-aged man Michael Akbarde has raised an alarm over a threat to his life for converting to Christianity from traditional religion. According to Akbarde, who hails from Igbarauke, the headquarters of Ifedore local government area of Ondo State, the threat to his life began when his family members were against his decision to convert to Christianity from their traditional religion. Grammy award-winning star Bronner Boy has resolved to be a better human from 2022 as the new year signifies new beginnings. Odogu swore to stay resolute in his decision, not just in the new year, but for the rest of his life. We also told you that the Nasarawa state government is set to regenerate forests in the state by planting more trees and banning the use and sales of charcoal to protect the environment. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, Aliyu Agwai, announced this while addressing newsmen this Saturday in Lafia. Remember to like us on Facebook, Clearview Television, follow us on Twitter at Clearview Online, follow us on Instagram at ClearviewTV_Angie, and also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Clearview TV. Thanks for watching. I am Nkiru Owuli.